Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
2 years ago, we saw Dak Prescott carted off the field with a major injury. And 2 years later, here he is leading his Cowboys into the Super Bowl. What a rewarding moment for one of the league's most inspirational players.
Prescott looks to throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Cowboys have struck quickly here in the opening minute of this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And he will get in to make it 8-0. Opening drive touchdown, and two-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for two and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
You wondered how long it would take the Raiders to give Las Vegas a Super Bowl appearance? And the answer? Not very long at all. Derek Carr has helped guide this team here in only their third season after the move, playing a style of ball reminiscent of their new home. His big arm and willingness to take a few risks have led the Raiders to a Super Bowl appearance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fit.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's already 24-zip. That's our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for two. Following the interception, here's Prescott, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Carr now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get this?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with a record fourth Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That zero on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. Third 14 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Carr to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Complete at the 1. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a draw play. This is Bolden. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On the draw, Bolden. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and a long way to go. Carr. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we sit, so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the 2nd half.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott looks to throw on first. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 69 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Now a play fake. Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And
we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. That's caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr going to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these type...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup finding the end zone yet again. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
And it's complete. This is Brandon Bolden.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Carr again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr.
He's got Renfro on the out route.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. It's caught here by Adams.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Carr to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with a 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there. Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Niners set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
A Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Prescott now to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Here's the option going right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. On 1st down, Purdy. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's already 24-zip. That's our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. picked off by Anthony Brown. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Hauled in left side here and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense is...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They run the option on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
That's caught at the 1. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
On second and a couple. Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Purdy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
To throw again on second down. Purdy, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
And he'll be well short of the first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Throwing, Prescott. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
So pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Finding room at midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, it's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the grab by Croft. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The kick by Gold is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 59 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Now Prescott, complete at the 1. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got room. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive...
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 18. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1st down, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 61 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He's got it. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Taking it about the 16.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 61 yards. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, 59 yards.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Here's Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Purdy now to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Purdy looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 77 yards. And the Cowboys continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Purdy from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense?
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Purdy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable
And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From just shy of midfield, Purdy. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Purdy will look to throw again here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's
got it at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Prescott.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Prescott yet again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. It's caught at the 1. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Tannehill to the air right off the bat. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Again, it's Henry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On second down, here's Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. And And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'll be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
It's already 24-0. That's our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Tannehill.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Hooper.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Henry up the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And it's a Titans touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Akine. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. Touchdown.
Trailing Burks.
70 yards.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Prescott on 1st down.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 36 yards.
And the Cowboys are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice the 2 minutes.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 92 yards.
And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Henry again on second down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Tannehill on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Michael Gallup, 82 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story before the game. We were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. And I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, he started pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What do you...
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, first and goal. They're quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Dallas returns on offense, and among the weapons, Michael Gallup at wide receiver.
He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown. Michael Gallup. 95 yards.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out come the Titans now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out of his end zone, Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
They've got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 98 yards.
And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Tannehill throwing again. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Woods will say he should have had it, but it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott now. That's caught at the 1. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
From the 27, Tannehill. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again is Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill.
He gets this one to Burks.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38. Well shy of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture. That your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.